You all know how much I love tea. I love tea. I was on my way downstairs to make said cup of tea, and I stopped by to ask the receptionist here for Barlow House if she would like a cup of tea. And she said, yes, I would. And I said, how do you like your tea? And she said, oh, anyway, I'll just throw it in the cup and make it. And I said, hold up, hold on a second here. Throw it in the cup and make it any which way. You don't know how you like your own tea. Is this what you're telling me? There was a man observing the conversation, and she said, well, I do know how I like my tea. I just didn't want you to put you to that trouble. And I said, well, how do you actually like your tea? And she said, I like it strong and I like a glug of milk with no sugar. So I said, so you do actually specifically know how you like your tea. Why did you not ask me to make it for you that way? And she said, well, I think it's too much trouble to ask people to let the tea bag stew for a couple of minutes and make it really strong, and it's just too much hassle. And I said, well, if somebody has an issue with making you tea the way that you like it, those people do not deserve to be in your life. Now, what this girl doesn't know is that it's generally the first conversation I have with people in one-to-ones. I'll offer them a cup of tea. Would you like a cup of tea? Yes or no? If they say yes, and they generally do not tell me how they like their tea, I use making tea as a benchmark for how you're going to roll in the rest of your life. If you do not know how you like your tea, or if you do not have the confidence to tell somebody specifically how you like your tea, this is a problem, and I'll tell you why. If you cannot tell somebody how you like your tea, you're not going to be able to tell somebody what is appropriate or inappropriate for you, behavior-wise, boundary-wise, love-wise, kindness-wise. Are you feeling me? Do you understand? If you guys cannot communicate how you like your tea and be serious about that, you are not being specific enough about the rest of your life. And this indicates to me that there are problems in other areas. Now, the fella who was observing this conversation was a little bit, oh. But this girl knows me and she knows how I roll. So she knew that I was being on the level with her. So I went off and I made said tea exactly as she liked it. And I delivered it back in a beautiful pink mug. And she thanked me. And I said exactly what I just said to you guys there about it being a basis. That is your basis of how you're going to roll for the rest of your life, in being specific. If we're walking around with no boundaries, being willy-nilly, yeah, I'll have that one, yeah, you can do that, or you can, no, this is what I like, this is how I like it, and how do you like that? How would you like me to behave in that situation? Boundaries, 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 even with tea. So she's delighted to put herself down there now, drinking her lovely handmade cup of tea by the hand of Nicola Connolly Bourne. And she went on to have a conversation with me about her younger brother, who is very specific about the people who he'll spend time with. Because in her words, he says, they are not me. And what a child means when they say that is that how they behave and how they roll is not in alignment with who I am and my values. And he has no problem in calling that out. So that is the gig, lads. Hi, Sinead. Boundaries, people. Boundaries. I have two favours to ask you. There are two people who I need prayers for. There's a young boy locally, his name is Luke. He's in recovery from meningitis, the very serious kind. He has been in critical condition for the last, I think it's about a week. He had 2 surgeries on his brain in a very short period of time. He is getting better. However, more prayers are needed for him to make a full recovery. Also, there is a huge follower of the work that I do on this page, and she'd be on here very regularly commenting. She is extremely ill in hospital right now and is critical. And the next couple of hours and the next couple of days are going to be, it's life or death, really. So what I will do is I will ask you to pray for this girl for as much love and light as you can. And I look forward to seeing you all on the page later on. Slán.